everybody, and happy weekend. I hope you all are having a great day today, and if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with today's recipe. Guess what? This is a recipe, I don't know what it's called. So this is gonna be super fun for me, and it should be fun for you. So I have never made this recipe. I like to watch Chinese street food cooking. Right? Like I watch that because I love it. And y'all know I love Chinese food. But I came across this gentleman. He wasn't cooking out on the streets, but he had a restaurant. And he was making this pork dish that looked absolutely unbelievable. It looked so good. It was mouth-watering. It was everything that my taste buds is yearning for. So we're making it today. I don't know what to call it. All right, let me show you what we have. I know this is so exciting for me. I hope it's just as exciting for you. So now I have some beautiful boneless pork chops, okay? They are lovely. I've washed them off using a little tiny bit of lemon juice, salt, and cold water. Okay, and then we gave them a nice pat dry. You're gonna need some fresh green onions, okay? You will need some eggs. I have 3 large eggs, and you're gonna need some beef broth because we're gonna make a gravy with this, okay? So for our gravy, we'll be adding the cornstarch to thicken up the broth, and I got some spices to make it taste good, right? To make this pork nice and crunchy, we will be using egg, flour, and panko breadcrumbs. Not a regular breadcrumb. It's not going to give the texture that we're looking for if you use regular breadcrumbs. Get you some panko breadcrumbs, okay? And we're going to serve it over a bowl of white rice, okay? And I'm going to cook it a little bit longer than I usually would because you want it to be nice and soft, okay? We're going to garnish this recipe with the green onions. Let's talk about the spices we're going to use. Well, first of all, in this pan, I've got about this much cooking oil so we can deep fry this pork. I have garlic and onion powder. I have some chicken bouillon powder. We have salt and black pepper. Make sure your hands are clean if you're cooking with me. Let's make this pork recipe that I am so excited to try. And guess what? We turn around. We're going to do something really, really interesting. After the pork gets fried, we take egg and put an egg on top of the pork. It is so exciting. So let's do this together. Let's learn together. You guys will literally get to see me make something for the first time that I've never ever made. First thing that we're going to do is let's go ahead and take this time to season up this pork really good. Let's give it some great flavor. I'm going to go in with some black pepper, okay, garlic and onion powder, and a little bit of salt. And really, since it's not really thick, I'm just going to season one side. One side season will be just fine. But if it was really thick, we'd be seasoning, the other side. Of course we would. I'm going to really go in with that garlic and onion powder. I need to get these open. Garlic and the onion was brand new, so I needed to open up the cap and take that white piece of paper off, Otherwise, you can't get into it. Okay, so we're seasoning. I'm going to go in with a little bit of salt, not a whole lot of salt, okay? And I want these spices to really seep down into this gorgeous pork for at least a good 10 to 15 minutes just here on the counter, okay? So before we even dredge them with our dredge, they would have marinated with these beautiful spices for a couple minutes, okay? All right, lovely. We're going to set this aside. Let's go ahead and get started on our rice. Today I'm using the boil in a bag rice, and those of you that are familiar with me, you know I love, love, love to make this rice. All you gotta do, and I have the water boiling behind me on the larger stove, is boil you some water, put you some bouillon powder in there if you want for extra flavor, but salt that water. That way you can give the rice some flavor, right? But not only that, so it comes in a bag. All you gotta do is cook it for 11 minutes. 11 minutes is gonna cook this rice to perfection every single time, and it's just that easy. It's never mushy, right? And I love this. Okay, so I'm gonna make my way and put this rice in. Go ahead and talk about how we're gonna dredge up our pork chops. I'm gonna make a little area here. So now I have all-purpose flour, okay, and right here is the panko breadcrumbs. One thing you should always do if you're using like breadcrumbs, you should turn around and whatever meat it is, even if it is a shrimp, you're gonna put it into something dry first. And that dry part is going to be the flour, okay? After we get it dredged in the flour, we want to put it into an egg and milk mixture here. So we're going to mix in these eggs. It doesn't matter how much milk or how much eggs, just mix you some up, okay? Then we're going to dip it into here. And this is going to be what kind of holds those breadcrumbs on, okay? So let's go ahead and give this a nice mix. Just like so. So we're going into the flour, into this egg and milk mixture, and then we're going to dredge our pork chops into the panko breadcrumbs and then into the hot oil. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this oil on so it can begin to get hot. In the meantime, my pork chops are sitting here, you know, kind of marrying with the spices, and the rice is cooking. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make an easy gravy that is succulent. I mean, it's like, so I don't know if that's the word. I don't know if that's the word I wanted to use, but I did. This gravy is, let's just say, finger licking good. I'll show you how I'm going to make the gravy. It's so easy. This is a 32 ounce, I think. Yes, and it is, of the beef broth. Honestly, if you wanted to use like a turkey or chicken broth, you could, but what they were doing, what I saw online, they were making more of a beef broth, okay? So we're going to get that in there, and I'm going to season it with garlic powder. Although it has great flavor, but I want some more flavor, right? And here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring this up to a slight boil, and we're going to put us some garlic powder. All right, that's plenty enough. We're going to put some bouillon. Not too much, because we're not trying to make it salty. We're just trying to give us some flavor right there. That was about a teaspoon, honestly, okay? And now we're going to make a cornstarch slurry, and I will typically use about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch mixed in broth or water. So I just got some cold water here. We're going to mix that right in, and the perfect time that you would put this cornstarch slurry into here to thicken it up is when this starts coming up to a boil. Okay, and then once you pour the cornstarch in, you can turn it down a little bit lower, but one thing you don't want to not do is not stir it. If you don't stir it, you'll have lumps. If you're pouring this in and you're stirring it, stirring it, stirring it, it'll be nice, smooth, and velvety, and super great, okay? So let's wait for this to come up to a boil. The rice is cooking. Let's get ready to start dredging those pork chops. Go ahead and dredge up these pork chops. We're going to take them into the flour, just a nice little dredge, okay? Into the egg mixture. There we go, lovely. And then into the panko, just like this. If you have to pat the panko on, do that. You want a nice crispy coating, and it should look somewhat like this, okay? So that's great, super easy. Nothing about this recipe is gonna be hard. I mean, how easy is this? Are you kidding me? All right, lovely. Our broth is almost at a boil. So what we'll do is we'll stop doing this, and we'll get that cornstarch slurry in there so we can thicken up that gravy. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is exactly what I want these to look like. If I could have found some pork pieces that was a bit thicker, I would have got those, but this is what I had to choose from. And then, you know, I had Instacart shopping for me, you know, so they just kind of picked up what I asked for. I should have asked for thicker ones, but then I don't want them to come back with ones that look like a monster either, you know. All right, beautiful. I forgot to dredge this one first, so we'll just do it again. This one will be extra crispy since we had to double dip it. Gorgeous. How much fun does this recipe seem? Does this seem like a recipe that you would like to try? That I'm giving you all a great camera view today, because I am recording myself. The men are outside and they're doing yard work. So they have a ton of yard work to do right now. Okay, so this is boiling. Let's go ahead and put our cornstarch slurry in. Our rice is done, and I'm getting ready to grab it. But I do want it to cook just a little bit longer than usual, so maybe I'll give it about 3 or 4 more minutes. Putting the cornstarch slurry in, it'll lighten up, but don't worry, because it will return back to its original dark color. Okay, it's going to be glorious. You hear me? Ooh, I love this gravy. I especially love when I make a gravy like this that's made with the chicken broth. chef's kiss every time. It'll begin to thicken up very quickly. And then what I'll do is I'll bring the camera in close so you can see inside the pan. I told you I was going to bring you in close so you can see our gravy is nice and thick. It's not too thick, but as we turn it off, it thickens up even more. Oh my goodness, yes. A larger stove here. Let's go ahead and put our pork in. I don't want to overcrowd the pan, but let me show you something. Look at how well coated that is. Oh my goodness. Oh, that sizzle right there, what's that mean? That means we're moving in the right direction. We don't have the heat up too high. It's really just a little above medium. Okay, lovely. Don't throw them in and then run the other way. That's a good way to get popped with the grease, right? We don't want that to happen. So it looks like I may be able to put 4 in. Okay, well, let's see. Can I get one more in? We'll go for it. Just go for it, Gina. All right, awesome. Let's let them get golden brown, and then I have one more yet still on this plate, so I don't mind doing a second batch, you know, but take a look. Come on close in so you can see. Yes, the rice is done. The rice is perfectly cooked. We got those beautiful green onions. We're gonna chop them down. We gotta use them for a garnish. They're gonna make the dish gorgeous, but they're gonna give some good flavor to the recipe as well. Look at this. We got 2 of them in this pan that's, you know, cooking a bit faster, and I'm okay with that. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Now, I think this one is ready to be turned over, but I want that super crispiness. Okay, I'm not gonna rush it. If you rush it, it turns out wrong. These ones are not ready yet. Let me check in on this one. You can imagine what it smells like in here right now. Be patient with these. We got to get them crisp. And cut up some green onions. I've washed them off. You bring them vegetables and fruits home, y'all. Wash them off, because you always got to wash off the pesticides, right? Then you never know who's handled your fruits and vegetables before they got to you. So I'm just going to set these onto a platter. Keep a good eye on that pork. Our rice and our gravy is done. We're moving in the right direction. Some butter in this pan here. I do have some vegetable oil. We're getting ready to fry our eggs. So now, let me tell you what they did super interesting that I don't think I'm brave enough to do this. What he did, when the pork came out of the fryer, he cracked a raw egg on top of it, okay? And then he put it in a steamer, right? And just let that egg get cooked just a little bit. I'm not doing it that way. We're going to do this part Gina Young style. So we're going to fry it. I think that our son would want his like sunny side up, and me and my husband's going to want ours fried hard. So let's go ahead and get started frying up some eggs. But before that, let's check on the pork again. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oh yeah, it took a little while for that oil to get nice and hot. Right into the pan. I think I'm going to do the 2 hard eggs first. Crack that yolk. Get right in there, just like so. Put us just a little bit of black pepper onto the egg. We're not going to need any salt because the butter that I'm using is salted. Pork is nice and crispy. We're going to cut it into strips because that's how you're going to want to set it on top of your rice. Take a look at the eggs. They look good. The whole house smells amazing. Let's give these a nice flip over. Oh yeah, are you kidding me? Yes, I'm so excited. I got 1 pork chop over here I got to keep an eye on, so I kind of moved it off of the eye that's cooking so it doesn't overcook. I got our son's over easy egg. I need to keep an eye on it. I put the rice back into the microwave so we can heat it up because you know it's lost that temperature. You hear how crispy this is? This is going to be absolutely so much fun. Listen, when it comes to a recipe, and I've always been like this, I only need to see a recipe one time. Once I see it, I got it. And I am so excited. Oh my goodness. I'm especially excited for you to try this recipe. Let's put this on the rice. We got the cut pork. Okay. Let's grab the excited. I know half of y'all are laughing at me, but try the recipe. We're going to put the egg on there so we can still kind of see the pork. You get the gist, right? Let's go ahead and pour us some gravy on. Let me get something to ladle the gravy. Get wild with the gravy. Are you kidding me? You want it to seep down into that pork and into the rice. And this is what I saw yesterday, and I said, I am freaking making it. Look, here's how you're going to finish it off. Make you some. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting on? Tell your family and friends. Tell the world what Gina's doing in this kitchen every single day. And Father, on today, we thank you for this meal, your hedge of protection, and your mercy. I'm going to continue making plates. Try this recipe. Make another plate. We're going to make our son's plate. He's getting the over easy egg, okay? So everybody gets that pork cutlet. Just like so. We're going to put his egg on there. He'll be able to burst that egg on the top of his. That's how he likes it. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and more gravy for this one. How much gravy do you want?
A whole lot.
A whole lot, okay. Look at this, y'all. Are you kidding me? The one that will taste test will be mine, okay? Let's put us some green onions. And lunch is served. This one, close up. Everybody's tasting theirs. Everybody is super excited. They are saying that it tastes good, and I can't wait to taste this one. Oh my goodness. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. Try something new. Try something different sometimes. Because guess what? You just might like it. Let's get the green onions. Oh my goodness. And let's taste. Let's taste right now. Father, once again, thank you. I'm going right in. Hold on. Let me taste the egg with it. Oh, this is a hit. Thank you so.